Hello everyone, my name is Dr. R. Vijaya Saraswathy and I serve as a Pro Vice Chancellor of St. Mother Teresa University for Digital Education Excellence, Sustainability Development and World Peace. Here in this video, I am trying to give the 50 must read books infographics. We are going to pick up one book per day and we are going to analyze the insights of the book. This will help us to understand how to be creative, how we can develop our emotional intelligence, how to remain happy, or as simple as how to set a goal and what should be the rule for time management. It could be anything, but these are 50 must read books which we are going to analyze on day-to-day basis. This is my gift to the world and I love doing what I do and I do what I love. Because when we read, write, speak and listen, we are empathizing with the person. So today we will talk about the book Emotional Intelligence by Daniel Goleman. This is my favorite book. In fact, here he speaks about skills, he speaks about feelings, he speaks about brain. You all know I am a memory guru and I love brain. Our brain is made of 100 billion neurons and whatever our brain can believe and conceive, it can achieve. So here I am talking about the skill. Skill can be developed. Skill is the most important trait which need to be developed by all of us. And the good news is it can be developed through training. Skill development is the most important priority of our nation because we have the youngest population in the nation, as well as I see the world as my nation. You know, it is from India to the world and world to India. We are planning to have this emotional intelligence building technique. So here skills attracts and disciplines our thoughts, our decisions and our behavior. So when we take care of our thoughts, things happen to change for better. How do you take care of your thoughts? We have to watch our words, we have to watch our actions, we have to watch our character, we have to watch our thoughts, because our thoughts gets converted into habits and our habits and routines will influence our decisions and your decisions will influence your behavior. So you must be aware that for our behavior there is one ingredient which plays the most vital role and that is feelings. So what you feel is what you are. The touch, the feel, the voice, the language, whatever is contributing to communication is contributing to our feelings. So please be careful with your thoughts, actions and feelings. Because if you are not taking care of your feelings, it will result in destructive behavior. Daniel Goleman says, feelings are the most important thing which we need to give importance to. So why? Why should we give so much importance to feelings? Because once we become aware of our feelings, we will become aware about our emotions. An emotionally intelligent person will know when he is angry, when he is happy, when he is sad, when he is in a good mood, and he will not influence that feeling. He will only become aware of it and he will go with the flow. It is okay to get angry, it is okay to feel depressed, it is okay to feel good, it is okay to feel bad, it is okay, it is just a feeling. All that we need to be is aware. The moment you are aware, things start falling in place. Aware and beware. This is the $1,000,000 learning I learned from this book, Emotional Intelligence of Daniel Goleman. So, now we will talk about the brain. We spoke about the skills, we spoke about the feelings. Now I am talking about the brain. So, how does feelings impact the brain? Because we have a rational brain, isn't it? All of us have a rational brain. We have a left brain, right brain. We talk about whole brain. So, when you're telling your brain something, it can process it. So, your behavior depends on what you feed your brain, because 95% of our brain is subconscious. Like Henry Ford said, if you think you are right, of course you are right, because it is your perception. So, here brain plays a vital role in deciding your money, your experiences, your relationships, and also your transactions or how you do a business. In emotional intelligence, it's very important to have skills, feelings and brain defined. That is when we can go and do some corrective actions or take corrective measures, because it is important to be aware. It is important for us to know our limits and limitations. That's when we can actually impact things with attachment and detachment. You should know where you should get attached and where you should get detached and how much is too much. So, this is the specific insight of Daniel Goleman's emotional intelligence, where we need to become aware of our skills, our feelings and our brain. So, keep watching. I will be talking about the 8 insights of this book. So, you get the whole book in 20 minutes, and the essence of this book will help you to have more power through great emotional intelligence. So, let us talk about the insights now. Daniel Goleman says there is an impact of positive and negative feelings. Positive feelings will be helpful and negative feelings will be hurtful. So, the emotions of the parents and children impact each other. This is the findings, whether positive or negative. You both are impactful without your knowledge. The words you say, the comments you pass, the labels you give, everything has an impact on each other. Whether you like it or not, the children's role model are parents, for the negative as well as for the positive. So, Daniel Goleman says tutors and parents together can shape better emotions in children. It is all about collaborative learning and creative thought process created through teachers, parents, facilitators, scholars and lovers from the home. It could be our extended family, it could be our grandparents, it could be our own siblings. All of us need to create an environment where we are all commending people for the good they do. We should accept, we should adjust and we should appreciate. So, Daniel Goleman says we have a bigger responsibility in shaping the emotional responsibility as well as intelligence of the child. So, the first step is awareness. We need to be aware of our thoughts, feelings, so that can influence our actions. When we are asking children to be aware of their emotions, in fact, we are doing them a favor. I am an early childhood teacher for 20 plus years and I run an academy called Godwin Academy, and here we talk about children's cognitive behavior, motor skills, we talk about graphical visualization, we talk about the space where children are made to understand how they are feeling. So, we have this emotions in a emoji, like how we have in WhatsApp and all that. So, we ask them, how do you feel? So, they are given the basic emotional pictures, and they have to just point out their finger. Are they feeling happy, or they feeling sad? Are they feeling, if they feel like crying, or if they feel like shouting, or they are angry? So, when they start understanding this is how they are feeling, it makes them a better person to manage their emotions. So, the traits that we need to develop in a child is to make them aware of their feelings. We need not give response to stimuli. If your child is arguing, you do not have to argue back and win the argument. We have to tell the child that how are they feeling, ask them how they are feeling. Are they feeling hurt? Are they feeling painful? Are they feeling devastated? Are they feeling disowned? What is the feeling? So, the moment we capture the feeling, then we can bucket it whether it is negative or positive, and we keep the positive and we allow them to sort their negative. It is okay to cry, it is okay to feel sad, it is okay to feel bored. These are different kinds of emotions. The moment we start seeing it as an emotion momentarily, because past it's the spilt milk, we cannot do anything with it, and the future is anxiety, we do not have control over it. All that we have is the moment, the present, the gift. So, how are we going to use it? We have to feel good. If you feel sad, do something which makes you happy. If you are feeling down, go take a walk. So, for that you have to do a resolution to know what makes you happy and what makes you sad. What is the concern and what is the solution? For example, if you are adding on weight, all that we have to do is become aware of it and start taking measures like walking or going to yoga or swimming or whatever makes you happy. So, this is informed decision. That is how it makes it work. So, this is the crux of emotional intelligence. Let us talk about the key insights of Daniel Goleman. So, he tells the secret for leading a leadership is emotional intelligence. So, when you start having leadership qualities, you start impacting people. When you impact people, we start helping them achieve their goals. Once we do this, our emotional intelligence gets a boost up, because we are influencing people, we are in the leadership role, and as a leader, it is our job to ensure to create more leaders and not followers. So, when you become a empathizing person, when you start listening to the challenges of your subordinates, your colleagues, your reporting line, your leadership enhances through being a emotionally intelligent person. Emotional skill is all about doing things knowingly. A master is a person who knows what he knows and also knows what he does not know. So, emotional intelligence allows you to see this difference. The next insight is all about emotions are that it helps you drive the secret ingredient called health. When you can have clarity about what is the good emotion and what is the bad emotion, you are able to sort it out. The more positive emotions you have, the more positive influences you have, you impact a better living, you attract good health. Because you become positive, you are able to attract lot more good things. It drives you to be a positive person, because you are able to look into your behavior, thoughts and actions. The next insight is all about how actions drive to feelings. When you have your actions clear, like your rational brain and your emotional brain are put to test, and you have the clarity of bucketing into what is good and what is bad, it becomes easier for you to encash upon the positivity. So, actions drive to feelings. When we are aware of our feelings, we are doing something phenomenal. While we were discussing about positive leadership, it is also important for us to keep away from heated arguments, because children will learn what they see in action rather than what they listen in words. So, they may try to mimic you of what you are doing. So, be very careful that you have to ensure that your child picks up the good of you, the best of you. So, I heard in Singapore they don't cross the signal even if it is in the night and nobody is around. So, when a foreigner asked the Singaporean, why do you do this? He said, you never know, a child may be watching. So, we do what we see, not what we hear. So, it is very important for us to be a role models of what we preach. The next thing which we are going to talk about is allow your children to cope up with failure. Tell them it's okay to fail. Failure is not a big deal. It has to be taken with grace, because 7 times we fail and 8th we stand. So, that is how it has been. So, your child should learn it's okay to fail. Even if it is a sport, they have to learn that it is all about the participation and never about the winning. Participation is the key. One more emotional intelligence what the child has to learn right from the beginning is to empathize. When you are talking to someone, put yourself into their shoes and see what the situation is. If an employee is coming late, what kind of challenges he faces while commuting. Giving a patient hearing to that will do all the difference. Empathizing is the most important factor of emotional intelligence. And when we start coping up with all this insights, we become a better person. When we start handling our thoughts, behavior and actions in a way that is redirected to positivity, we are bound to become better leaders, better scholars, better teachers, better facilitators, better course instructors, better coaches, and more importantly, better homemakers, better parents. So, it is very important that we deal this 8 to 18 years children with great intelligence, because they are watching us all the time. So, I would like to conclude by saying, watch your words, watch your actions, watch your thoughts and watch your character, because your character becomes your habits and your habits are the one which is responsible for your feelings and actions. Let us actionate being a better person. Let us learn acting on the situation rather than reacting, because what happens to us is only 10% and how we react to it is the 90%. So, let us all become aware of this and handle our emotions better. So, thanks to Daniel Goleman for putting this emotional intelligence in a concise manner and giving us insight how to handle our emotions effectively. This is one of the important strategies that we have to learn when we are becoming good to great. And for my executive MBA students, I always recommend this emotional intelligence book before we go anywhere else, because we need to empty our cup before refilling it. We all have to learn, unlearn and relearn. How do we do that? We have to do that by first putting our emotional intelligence to work. Let us read, let us write, let us speak, let us listen and empathize. So, that is the first step to improve our emotional intelligence, which in turn improves our health, wealth, happiness, joy, courage and freedom. So, let us do it. This is the insight for emotional intelligence book. Let me come back to you with one more best selling book in the next series. Until then, take care of yourself. I love you to the moon and back. God bless you and take care.